Good muggy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith, and this is the last day of our trifecta, which would mean a bona fide heat wave if we get temperatures above 90 degrees in many locations. Today, that will be the end because more pleasant weather is on the way. Now, it will be hot over the week upcoming from Wednesday through Friday and even in Saturday, but the dew points will be much lower, so therefore the heat wave will be over as well. This is the daily video forecast discussion for Tuesday, the 21st of July, 2015. Surface observations on your way out the door. This morning we have a mid-level deck of clouds and a short wave moving out of northeastern Pennsylvania into southwestern Connecticut during this morning, so there are a few light rain showers around the region. Most of the sky cover is, however, on the cloudy side this morning. There's a little bit of light rain here in Sussex County in New Jersey, but outside of that, not showing much in the way of precipitation as the rainfall is falling through a mid-level deck of clouds, so it's very light rain at that this morning in Sussex. There's a little bit of haze and fog around the region this morning as the dew points meet the air temperatures. The dew points are in the upper 60s and lower to mid 70s already, and there's quite a bit of inland haze and fog across the central and southwestern portion of our forecast region this morning. Already we're up to 82 degrees in Central Park. LaGuardia is at 81. Other temperatures range generally in the 70s throughout most of the rest of the region, but Newark and the Newark, New Jersey, New York City metro area already at 80 or above. And also if we get down to Philadelphia, temperatures already rising basically into around 80 degrees this morning. The dew points, well, they're still muggy in the upper 60s and lower 70s, and that's all going to come to a crashing halt late tonight as a cold front moves through the region. Here's basically what we have in the provided by Macitis, which is now Tom Whitaker's web app for the HTML5, which is much better design than some of the other ones that were out over the last couple of years. And thank you very much for that, Tom. Here is our nearly stationary frontal boundary from eastern Pennsylvania, southwestern Pennsylvania, up to around New York City and coastal Long Island. Here's our short wave here, our area of low pressure that's moving along the front out with precipitation. And some severe thunderstorm wind damage reports here in Connecticut yesterday, and a few of them over Delaware as well. As our prefrontal trough has slided to the south, this is the focal point for showers and thunderstorms early this morning as the front sinks to the south and east and dissipates. Here's the cold front. This is the stronger of the two, and we can see this on water vapor channel this morning where the warm air, the dry air is now sinking, so there's compression going on in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. This is going to be another hot day. There's going to be variable cloud cover with breaks of sunshine, and most of the severe precipitation potential here now lies to the south and west of the region. But that doesn't mean we're not going to see a shower or thunderstorm this afternoon. We will. They will be isolated to scattered around the region, but the chances of severe thunderstorms for today is limited as well. Even though we have quite a considerable amount of CAPE in the atmosphere, it's lower today than yesterday with the residual cloud cover and where the frontal boundary lies. So conditions are going to be less favorable today for showers and thunderstorms that will produce severe weather across the region. However, any shower or thunderstorm has the potential to produce wind damage, also some small hail. Mostly really not looking at a hail episode here because of the mid and upper layers of the atmosphere are so warm, but the potential is still there for some minor hail, definitely some wind damage, and definitely some lightning, and very heavy downpours would be the potential here for this afternoon. Really, the only watches, warnings, and advisories we have are basically air quality alerts, and this is in effect until most of today, actually. Means that people suffering from, well, allergies and from asthma, heart disease, and other lung diseases in the elderly will be affected by the air pollution concentrates in the atmosphere during this afternoon. With the stagnant air mass in place, you can expect grass to really be producing still quite the considerable amount of congestion and coughing and sneezing that people are having right now. It's mostly grass. There's none from trees and very little concentration from that from weed either. You're still on the medium side for ultraviolet radiational rays coming towards your skin this afternoon if you're outside and exposed to it, so you're still going to need sunscreen. It's going to be much higher on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with absolute sunshine dominating the forecast. Surf zone forecast for the New Jersey and Delaware beaches today. Partly sunny, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, about a 20 to 30% chance right now. High temperatures around 90, west winds at 5 to 10, seas around 2 feet. Water temperatures around 76. That's quite pleasant, but do be careful. UVI index is 6, which is still high. There's a low risk of rip currents today. However, never swim alone. Always swim in lifeguarded areas. Always have a flotation device with you, and never swim near piers and jetties. There's a low threat of lightning today. However, any shower or thunderstorm that moves through the area will feature lightning with it, and there is a little chance of thunderstorms for this afternoon, but we'll continue to monitor. And the next high tide at Belmar this afternoon, or this morning actually, just before noon at 11:55 a.m. Morning visible satellite image shows the mixed layer of mostly mid and upper level cloud cover across the region, but it's pretty cloudy across the region this morning, as we can see on the visible satellite imagery. And the water vapor imagery, well, there's quite a bit of moisture as well. Most of this is located with the lifting to our south and west, and notice the drying that's working its way through along the cold frontal boundary out here in northwestern Pennsylvania into Ohio, Illinois, and points to the south and west. We're not looking for severe weather for today. We might have been looking for that yesterday, but today looks a little bit calmer and much more stable. There's some showers moving through with the shortwave max moving through this morning. Then additional showers and thunderstorms will fire up along this cold front as they move through the region during this afternoon. And the morning surface chart from weatheroanoke.com and Digital Atmosphere software shows most of the surface troughing now just slightly to the south and west over the interior here of the Appalachians. Here's our frontal boundary lying in place. Here's our short wave with a little bit of precipitation moving along it this morning at 7:20. This is the latest image from this morning. Here is our cold front now out to the west, and this cold front will be providing us with the additional chance of lift and a few isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the afternoon and evening. The good portion of this is that the front will be passing in the evening hours, and that means that most of the instability in the atmosphere will be wrung out by that time, and therefore the chances of severe thunderstorms will be much more limited than previously thought. This graphic here from the Storm Prediction Center's mesoscale analysis shows the water content available in the clouds to produce some heavy downpours across the region. Notice that as we get further to the north, where we have less than 1.5 inches of precipitable water equivalent in the cloud structure itself, the chances for heavy downpours become less noticeable as we head to the north and west of the region. But still, any of these showers and thunderstorms as they move, especially south of the warm front and frontal boundary this afternoon across Pennsylvania into the Delmarva region, the coastal regions of New Jersey, any of these showers and thunderstorms could produce brief heavy downpours across the region. The Storm Prediction Center has placed areas to the north and to the west, and also areas to the south around Delmarva and south through the Mid-Atlantic region in a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms. Everybody else has general thunderstorms across the region. Then by tomorrow on through the rest of the forecast period through the weekend, we're not going to experience any shower or thunderstorm activity that's going to be on the marginal or severe side. On the aviational weather deck today, we have some MVFR visibility restrictions early this morning due to high humidity levels and haze and some light fog around Reading, Trenton, Wilmington, and Millville. Outside of that, VFR conditions anticipated after daybreak this morning, and all of the TAF sites, some scattered afternoon cumulus expected with ceilings tonight and clearing rather tonight. There remains a low chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. However, the confidence that a shower or thunderstorm will affect any of the terminal area TAF sites is low, so the mention is not expected to be included in the terminal area forecast. A west to southwest wind light at 5 to 10 knots expected for today. Cold front from the northwest drops in between around 9 o'clock to 1 a.m. tomorrow morning. Wind direction anticipated to shift to the northwest at that time. Wednesday through Saturday, it's nice. Mostly VFR flying conditions, gusty winds early on Wednesday, gusts to around 20 knots possible, then everything begins to settle down. Right now, outside of Newark, it's 80 degrees, dew point 69, humidity 69%. The wind is out of the southwest, almost due west at 6 knots, which is very light. Scattered clouds at 10,000 and 25,000. And there's an isolated chance of a scattered thunderstorm throughout the area late this afternoon and early evening. Otherwise, VFR conditions. Philadelphia, 80 degrees already, dew point 72. That's muggy. Humidity 76%. The wind is almost due west. It's 250 at 6 knots. Few clouds at 8,000, 11,000, 18,000, 24,000 overcast. Again, the story today will be that chance of an isolated shower or thunderstorm before the cold front makes its way through and the air mass becomes more refreshing with VFR flying conditions. GFS maps into motion as the cold front approaches, scattered to widely isolated showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, and then everything clears out with lower dew points and drier air moving into place as the high pressure builds over the forecast region over the next couple of days right into the weekend. Pleasant weather conditions. Temperatures are going to be cooler to near normal for the time of the year, and dew points will be below average, generally running in the 50s, which makes the air mass much more appreciable and acceptable for this time of the year anyway. A cold front will be approaching to our north as we get through the period during later Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning. A cold front will move through the region during Sunday night and early Monday, and that will increase the chance of showers across the region at that time. But right now, most of the weekend is looking mainly dry, and if this actual cold front itself and meso-low here on the frontal boundary here, located over the outer capes here and also interior Connecticut, winds up to be a little bit further weaker and further north of the region, then virtually no precipitation will fall throughout this period. We'll be monitoring. Weather Prediction Center's analysis this morning, and then we'll move into the forecast. Here comes the front. This is a weakening front with the short wave moving off the coast here, the cold front moving through. Look at this for the next couple of days as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's just delightful. Well, I guess it just refreshed itself, so we'll move on here. And just high pressure in control. A backdoor cold front coming through later on Sunday, reinforcing high pressure in control of the region. That will be for Friday afternoon. And look, high pressure dominates the region. Frontalis is here occurring towards our south and west here as we head into Saturday afternoon. And it looks like Sunday, more high pressure just hugging off the coast here, and pleasant weather conditions, expecting most of this energy to remain to the west as high pressure generally in control in both categories here over the central high plains, the Midwest and northern eastern regions of the mid-Atlantic coastal states as well. So not looking for any widespread precipitation events into early next week. So another afternoon of enduring the heat and humidity, and then everything just becomes much more pleasant by late tonight and early tomorrow morning and lasting right into the weekend. For everything live, it's GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. Be safe out there. Remember, hydrate, and have a pleasant day. We'll be back in video form with much better weather on the way for Wednesday.